That's my home.
Philadelphia. It's time to play. Please welcome your defending Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. A 53-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to...
They go play fake with Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Dallas Goedert, the touchdown! And it only took these guys one series to find a major opening in that defense, Brock. Might have saved them some work in finishing that series, too.
Gives them a signature play to end that drive, and you know this in the NFL. For an explosive run for a touchdown, it takes everybody. Everybody up front doing their job, the receivers on the perimeter. It was just job well done.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. We're back for the start of the second. Saints have the ball and a chance at 6. They'll run with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a second quarter lead. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Groupie adds the extra point. And the Saints push their lead to 3.
Perfect time.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. Kamara again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints parlay the interception into points. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on 1st down, they go right back to the ground and score just 1 play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that 1st down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints make it a 10-point ball game. 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. From the 36. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles face a 4-point deficit. A.J. Brown, the touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles cut it to a field goal game.
You got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Elliott connects there. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
Barring a surprise or a miracle here in the final seconds, Kate, looks like we're going to have a tie and a whole new ball game to begin the 2nd half.
Good pickup. They've got 2nd and 4. quickly. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Eagles take a fourth-quarter lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one right down the middle. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. They send the tight end in motion. 1st down from the red zone. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th.
Manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
3rd and 1. Here's Hurts. He's got it. It's a touchdown, and they've got a 6-point lead here in OT. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. The 1. And it's a touchdown. The new overtime rules gave them a chance to answer, partner, and they came through. This game is not over yet. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints bring it back to even. Elliott from the right hash. This is going to be a 51-yarder. It has the distance, and it's on target. It's good! And they've taken back the lead.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in themselves right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And they only needed a field goal to end it as their guy connected on an absolute bomb through all the pressure to claim a heck of a win here in overtime. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia. It's the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheeseheads on, and it filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Up next, we're keeping it in the NFC for this one, between the Los Angeles Rams and the Green Bay Packers. To go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They fake the handoff now, Stafford. He sends this one to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
At the high school level, it's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
This throw is caught. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers trim the lead to 1. It seems like a lot of the time, Rob, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, you'll look for them.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers tie this game 7-7.
At least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Now Stafford again. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a second quarter lead. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7.
Defensively.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Love. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers tie things up at 14.
Down and don't take any extra contact.
Love now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. 9 now. 9 is what they need on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Love. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's a Romeo Doubs. So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again. Unlike these officials, who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers double their lead to 14. Stafford from the gun. He brings it in. Touchdown, LA. The Rams now within one score in the fourth. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. McManus sends it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. When they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So a historic venue in football sees yet another win as the Packers take this one at Lambeau. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay. It's time for some football. Welcome to Northwest Stadium in Landover. Up next, let's keep it in the NFC for this game. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Commanders. Firing quickly out of line, Daniels. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish up an excellent opening series. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. Well, we all knew who that final pass was going to go to. That entire drive really ran through him, and it continued all the way to 6.
Kind of became clear, right? After the second or third catch, somebody this defense overlooked in their game plan, and it took exactly one series to exploit it. Now, offensively, call it till they stop it.
That one splits the uprights, and the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Running back sent in motion. Out of the gun, Daniels. And that's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 13-0 lead. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
They kick the running back in motion. Catch is made down the right sideline. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks start to fight back with their first points of this game. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's Daniels. Has it in close. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders grow their lead just before halftime. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Gay with the point after. And the Commanders double their lead to 14.
I want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Play action on 1st down. Finds him on the crossing route. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Go. They're set. 1st and 10. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
To score this as a win for the Commanders. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. And the crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ball game.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd. But you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, friends, your hometown people, your community, and you know, more importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.
Welcome, football fans, to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Today, a pair of NFC West teams face off. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Off the play fake. Purdy. He's got it. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers get the game's first points here in the second. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
PAT up and good for Moody. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here from Chad Ryland. This is from 35 out on the left hash. The kick by Ryland is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. You own that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The 49ers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown! Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers drive their lead to 11.
Like that.
The throw is caught. Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals start the second half with some needed points. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown with the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
And they get the two-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Has a man downfield, it's Jennings. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers make it a 9-point advantage. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers make it a 10-point ball game.
Couldn't quite hang on.
A 43-yard attempt.
The kick by Ryland is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the...
From the right hash, about 45 yards out. Moody knocks it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late.
Goal. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really...
The knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. So the 49ers earn the win in this one. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, You want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara. It's just about game time as we're settled into Tampa's Raymond James Stadium. Today, we see who's better in the NFC. It's the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Eight plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. And they will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers get the game's first points here in the second. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. The point after splits the uprights, and they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Baker throwing again. That one's good to Godwin. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharpier in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14 for the field goal. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. Santos' kick is good. And that gets him back to within 11.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
Trying to figure out this 3rd and 7. Receiver in motion, headed right. 3rd down, here's Mayfield. Buys time, rolling right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Buccaneers push their lead further to start the half. Baker Mayfield the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can extend a play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 18.
To do some damage.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Trying to run it with Swift. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bears get it back to within 2 possessions. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears make it an 11-point ball game.
Same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that extends their lead to 14. Reformation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. It's victory formation the rest of the way for these Buccaneers who take a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the Buccaneers. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. The crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments in today's ball game.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd, but you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, friends, your hometown people, your community, and you know, more importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Buccaneers winners. Up here in the north, this is the land of Vikings, and with the Yaller horn bellowing throughout US Bank Stadium, a Nordic nation of 70,000 strong rises up with a cry of Skol to usher two teams into battle. Up next, we're keeping it in the NFC for this one. It's the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. The Giants field goal unit out. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will get them on the board.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for.
Vikings ball as we return for the second, and they've got to be thinking points here. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a second quarter lead. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. The Vikings take a 4-point lead.
Darts.
First and 10, it's McCarthy. And it's picked out by the Giants. He's at midfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And New York takes it back for a touchdown. The Giants parlay the turnover into a lead. A great return out of him, makes a great play into one of our game's biggest highlights with that touchdown.
Yeah, some serious running back skills right there for a linebacker who doesn't get too many chances to show out like that. The only time we normally see him at top speed, Kate, is when he's running down a ball carrier. To put that ball in his hands, he wasn't going to be denied.
Cano's point after is good. And the Giants push their lead to 3. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. And they score! It's a Minnesota touchdown! The Vikings get some late points and the lead.
Well, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other, and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Reichert on for the point after.
For the extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings take a 4-point lead. Snap rock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Reichert connects there. And extends to 7. And come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. He finds him in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings push their lead further to start the half. Jordan Madison, the touchdown. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here. Running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Reichert there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings double their lead to 14.
It's just a little icing on the cake.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. He sends this one to the end zone. And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Today, it's an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys.
Passing game.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. From the gun is Prescott. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys have a great first drive and get the game's first points. George Pickens, the touchdown. Well, we all know, Brock, you want your players to get better as the game goes on and as they settle into a contest, but man, it is tough to imagine this guy getting any better than he was on that opening drive, huh?
Yeah, you hear me all the time just talk about getting a quarterback in the rhythm, right?
Yeah.
Just feel of the game. Yeah, you can't be much better than that. A perfect 5 for 5 and to finish it off for 6. That is a sweet feeling heading to the sidelines.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Out. Got to find a completion right there.
Robinson. He runs it across. Touchdown. The Falcons can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Young Hui Koo on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons tie this game 7-7. Boys field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Aubrey puts it through. And they're able to convert despite that errant snap.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted.
The Falcons electing to send Young Hui Koo after the field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Koo able to put it through. And that will tie things up in the third.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team...
The 31. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. It's 2nd and 5. Play action, Prescott. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys now trail by just a point in the 4th. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown.
Okay, you got to be aware defensively by this point that this guy is going to run if he sees daylight. I think there was an awareness factor. They just couldn't stop him. He has just been that kind of X factor with his legs.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th.
Required now.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Here's Robinson, and he gets in, touchdown! The Falcons take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Dak now from the gun. Into the hands of Pickett. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys now trail by just a point in the 4th. George Pickens the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. Slow snap, and they're in to block it. And he's dragged down. It was a long shot after the block anyway, and they're unable to add anything on top of that touchdown. Go to him again. And this time he gets in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get some all-important insurance. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this, other than simply splendid?
Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Falcons grow their lead to 8. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he is to throw. He's running for it. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Cowboys, first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say so long from Dallas. From Detroit, Michigan, we're looking live at Ford Field. Up next, a contest that keeps things all in the NFC between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions.
It's time. Please welcome Dan Campbell and your defending NFC North champion, Detroit Lions.
On fourth down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
2.
On fourth down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better. Complete on first and second. Needs some better luck here. 3rd and goal. Hubbard. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Panthers tie and can take the lead here in the second. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
Extra point try is good by Wright. And the Panthers take the lead on that successful kick.
Lions 6.
The 4, here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions take the lead just before halftime. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions push their lead to 6. Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. From the same spot as an extra point here, 32 yards. Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll make it a 2-score game. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Here's another for him. And he will not be denied a second time. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions push their lead to 15. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Two-point conversion.
Goff's going to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone. They go for two, and that gives them all three score advantage.
At all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That one complete to St. Brown. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions keep adding to that fourth-quarter lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.